Hi, this is Debbie Ribinskas of the Sisko team, coming to you today to discuss electrical items in your home. And I have a guest speaker today who will talk to you about a few items during inspection.
Hi, I'm Craig with Mark's Home Inspection Service, and today we're looking at the inside of an electrical panel. So a few of the things we look at when we've got the panel opened, the size of the wires and their compatibility with the breakers. So when I'm looking at the breakers in the panel, I want to make sure that the wires fit the size of the breaker that it's supposed to be on. One of the other things we look for are what are called double taps. Double taps are when you have multiple wires per breaker, which we don't have in this panel, so that's good. The other thing we're looking for in here is grounding. We have our ground wires here, and I want to make sure that those go off to where they're supposed to go. One to a ground stake and one over to the water meter with a jumper across the water meter. So those are a few of the things we look at on the inside of a panel, and we'll take a look at some of the things around the house in a few minutes.
Another item that we'll take a look at today is the Federal Pacific breaker box. Federal Pacific Electric stab lock service panels and breakers are dangerous and can fail, leading to electrical fires. I've included a couple of pictures for you to take a look at to see if you might have one. Sometimes they're labeled Federal Pacific, or other times, if not, you can take a look inside your box, and if there are orange tips on the breakers, that might be an indication of a Federal Pacific electrical box. Multiple tests done on the breakers since the 1980s have proven that 1 in 4 stab lock breakers are defective and will not properly trip off. Unfortunately, when the testing began in the early 1980s, a New Jersey court later ruled that Federal Pacific committed testing fraud and cover-up, labeling the breakers as meeting the standards set by the UL when in reality they were defective. In 1983, the Consumer Product Safety Commission closed its 2-year investigation and felt it impossible to create a product recall at the time because of budget issues, even as Federal Pacific panels and breakers continue to be installed in millions of homes that to this day still run the risk of an electrical fire. An estimated 2,800 fires each year directly result from Federal Pacific panel breaker malfunction. Federal Pacific Electric has been out of business for many years, but the danger and damage caused by their negligence continues. Some issues are panel bus damage, panel bus meltdowns, and failure of breakers to remain secured in or onto the connecting bus itself. If you are unsure if your breaker box is or could be defective, call your trusted licensed electrician. If you do not have one, I am happy to provide you with a list.
So in this portion, we're going to talk about ground fault circuit interrupted outlets, or GFCIs. And these are the kind of outlets that you would have in kitchens, bathrooms, outside, and in the garage. Any wet areas. So this is a circuit tester that I'm going to use to trip the outlet to make sure that it's working properly. So when I put this in, you see the 2 orange lights. That tells me that it's grounded. And then when I push the button, that tests it to make sure that it's working properly. So these kind of outlets in the kitchen would be at any countertop. And then in the bathroom, they would be at the countertops. In the garage, the service outlets, and your outdoor outlets would also be GFCI protected.
Thank you for joining me today. I hope you found this informative. And if you have any buying or selling needs, feel free to call me, 440-463-3013. Have a great day.